Let's look at another sentinel species. So a bee is like a sentinel species because it warns us of environmental hazards because the little bee is much more susceptible. For example, Fipronil over there in Romania has killed a bunch of their bees. It looks like 14,000 bee colonies died in a Romanian village. So the bees are being affected by Fipronil. What's up with this Fipronil? Okay, so it's highly toxic to bees, and it impairs their ability to locate their hives, leading to significant population declines. It poses an acute health risk when used, particularly as a seed treatment. Oh, okay. As you can see, there are plenty of write ups about how bad this stuff is for the bees. So, the bee population, they're trying to tell us something, guys. Their populations are declining. Habitat loss, pesticides, and diseases. So, if you want to save the bees, then you should pay attention to this neurological disrupting drug that we are force feeding our human population. So, fipronil can be found in dog urine as it is absorbed into the body when ingested or applied topically. So, fipronil is a flea medication, flea and tick medication. It's also a widely used pesticide. But where do the bees like to go? Where's they like to go on the flowers, right? And where a dog's constantly peeing on the flowers, on the ground, on the grass, right where the bees go, right in their little habitat. Where else can fipronil be found? Rivers and streams, often at concentrations that exceed safe limits for aquatic ecosystems. Wow. Wonder how the fipronil got in the water. Oh, that's right. Everybody always got to be putting their dogs in these freaking rivers. Here's your fipronil dose. Now go in the water and swim around. Feces, urine, and particularly the hair contains the fipronil. And then where does it go? It goes into the waterway and gets absorbed by fish and other creatures. So, what about rainwater? Fipronil has been detected in rainwater, particularly in urban areas. Well, how could it be getting in the rainwater? Like, how can it be released to get in the rainwater? Well, have you ever heard about this? Cremation releases trace amounts of medications, including those that contain substances like mercury, etc., etc. This occurs when the body is burned. Remaining compounds from the medications can be emitted as pollutants. Huh. Well, we're cremating 5,200 dogs each day in the U.S. You're going to tell me those dogs aren't jacked up on fipronil and everything else that's going into the environment, killing off bees and other creatures? Interesting. So, something to understand about this insecticide that is in dog hair and being released all over our environment, it affects GABA. So here's a short summary, but it blocks GABA gated chlorine channels. Basically, it doesn't let your body use GABA. It puts you in a position of like low GABA symptoms. GABA is your chill hormone. It's like your relaxing hormone. Let's read some more about this. So, in the brain, GABA participates in the balance controlling cognitive functions and emotional responses. Where are my I Hate Dogs channel viewers? What is one of the things that they always talk about over there? Dog owners seem so stupid. Maybe they're just low on GABA from being pumped full of their own dog's flea medication. Yep. This also influences dopamine, acetylcholine. GABA is known for its calming effects and the ability to induce sleepiness. Yeah. So it's important for your GABA to be balanced. Otherwise, you're going to have anxiety, stress, and a bunch of other things. Disruptions in the balance between excitatory and inhibitory transmitters are implicated in several psychiatric disorders. So think about how the dog owner is having their GABA screwed with. The bees already told us, but maybe the dog owners can be the next level of the Sentinel species. Dog owners are constantly stressed, anyways. Stress depletes your GABA. Now you're getting micro doses of flea medication from rubbing and sleeping on your dog all day. Well, look at all of these things. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Do dog owners seem to have that? It's like dog owners are never chill. They can't just be like, all right, it's time to chill. It's always like, what does the dog want? What does the dog need? Where's the dog? Let him in, let him out, give him another treat, blah, 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 blah. Yep, here's some more information about this GABA. Notice that it is the most common inhibitory neurotransmitter in your central nervous system. So this isn't just like some minor thing that your body uses on occasion or something. This affects like every organ in your body. It affects your spasms, it affects your heart rate. There's so many things in here to understand about it. And it's not something you want to go and toy around with by absorbing particles of flea medications. It's not good for you. And so, as I mentioned, stress and noise can negatively affect GABA levels in the brain, potentially leading to increased anxiety and other mental health issues. Dog owners are constantly full of anxiety. It says here, chronic noise exposure may disrupt the balance between GABA and excitatory neurotransmitters. Chronic noise, aka being around dogs. Yeah, it's a health risk. And we got another little playlist that I'll send to you, but the killing of bees and fipronil poisoning in New South Wales, Australia. It's information linked to that one I showed you earlier. But it's killing the bees off. They're using the fipronil to kill off other things, but then it kills off their bees. Last but not least, little summary we'll look at in today's video. Low levels of GABA contribute to addictive behaviors. Wow. You got a dog, you got to have an addiction, right? Neurotransmission and creating imbalances in brain circuitry, which may lead to conditions like alcohol abuse disorder. Oh, I just want to sit, I would just want my bottle of wine and my puppy. I'm not going to bother calling anybody. Just give me my cigar and my German Shepherd. Yeah. Dog owners always have addictive behaviors. Yep. It says here GABA. GABA plays a crucial role in regulating anxiety and stress, and its deficiency can exacerbate these issues. Yeah, dog owners are already stressed. They already need addictions so they can calm down from taking care of their dog all day or listen to the damn thing bark. And now they're getting these flea medications off of their dog: urine, feces, hair, everything else. There is not one part of the dog that doesn't make this worse. Just the fact that dogs attract fleas and ticks in the first place, dogs attract bed bugs too. The CO2 off of dogs attracts bed bugs. That's how they trap bed bugs. They use little CO2 traps. We need the fipronil or the fiprocil, all of those GABA disrupting insecticides. We need those just to have dogs in our life, because if we didn't, our lives would be full of fleas and ticks. So we're sacrificing our health just to have a dog in our life so that we can absorb fipronil. Freaking gross, guys. So that has been our look at the sentinel species of bees. They've been trying to tell us the dangers of having your neurotransmitter GABA messed with, the dangers of these insecticides that these poor bees are exposed to because of dog ownership. So that's been another dog culture review translation of the sentinel species. They got a lot to say. Maybe you should listen if you're a real animal lover. These animals are more important than your dog. They're more natural than your dog, and they actually belong here on Earth. Your dogs do not belong here.